Let us now look at the adoption of blockchain in fintech sector in slightly more detail, because when it comes to disruption, the fintech industry's growth with blockchain is the best example of how seamless transactions can be done in a matter of seconds. This is the future of world economy. If we look at the issues faced by consumers, you and me, in the current financial world or with the legacy systems, they can be summarized as 1. Financial entities still hold the power to block our transactions. 2. They take countless fees, collect and keep personal data. 3. They dictate the terms of how we use our own paychecks. And last, we have little control in this arrangement despite the fact that major assets still belong to us, not them. With blockchain, fintech might finally have what it needs to make a true dent in our obsolete financial sectors. By leveraging this new factor in the financial equation, fintech companies can use properties inherent to blockchain systems to truly transform how our economy works. Blockchain and fintech is a recipe for a perfect storm. I mean, a perfect financial storm. The fintech companies will use blockchain technology to 1. Enhance efficacy in financial services. 2. Reduce dependence on intermediaries. 3. Improve audibility, compliance and reconciliation, and many more. Obviously, the nature of these kinds of processes is right up blockchain's alley. While its reach extends far beyond economics, blockchain makes for hand-in-glove fit with what fintech hopes to accomplish. The fintech and blockchain industry could pave way to completely democratized finance. The main reason why fintech and blockchain are such a good fit can be bottled down to one single point. And what is that? It is an inherent property of blockchain-powered networks like all DLT, distributed ledger technology systems. They operate in a completely decentralized way. Yes, this one property of decentralization makes them so attractive. And how? Decentralization is a direct contrast to how our current economy works. Banks and governments, the two main spearheads of fiat currencies, are heavily reliant on centralization, which means introducing blockchain fintech solutions would entail bringing the entire financial structure down. We would get an opportunity to reform our economy from ground up, and that's precisely what blockchain fintech companies are trying to do right now. Let us have a closer look at how blockchain fits the fintech landscape. The diagram shows the different departments of a typical bank in blue color and the different processes in green color that would be directly impacted by blockchain. Faster transactions with no middleman. Transferring funds or assets has always been a painful process if you rely on traditional banking routes. Sending a mere $50 can take ages to complete while two banks go through all the necessary hoops and protocols needed to greenlight the transaction. With blockchain fintech application, the process of sending money regardless of how much is significantly faster with additional benefits of a real-time data updating that further ensures smooth, transparent and error-free transacting. Next benefit is secure digital identities. Digital identity management is among the most promising blockchain use cases out there. As long as blockchain fintech companies ensure that the registration process is sound, end users will never have to worry about who the person on the other end of the transaction is. There would be no risk of accidentally dealing with the wrong person, while most know your client and anti-money laundering procedures would be boiled down to mere formalities. Furthermore, registration would be a one-time process as the information can be used seamlessly by other blockchain networks provided these networks are connected. Another positive impact, smart contracts guarantee peer integrity. Smart contracts are simply chunks of codes within blockchains. In essence, they have multiple outcome arrangements to execute after meeting certain conditions. Smart contracts would basically take on the role of what banks do in current financial settings. They guarantee that certain funds will be transferred if a certain conditions are met, and in the process will become vital cogs within any blockchain fintech application. Smart contracts introduce a strong sense of integrity between the peers in the system, as any arrangement would be enforced impartially and automatically. The next benefit, decreased transaction costs. Blockchain fintech applications can drastically decrease the cost of sending and receiving funds. They enable direct peer-to-peer transactions that eliminate any and all intermediaries, meaning all unnecessary costs and fees are taken out of the picture as well. Next, a global network without any geographic restrictions. Blockchain technology is entirely internet based, so it does not need any specific setup for operating. There's no need to tie into any local regulation or entity, so people can access their data and manage funds from every corner of the world. All a user needs is his or her private key to access the account, and they are ready to start transacting. Obviously, this would be a massive upgrade to how our finances are currently being managed. Right now, transferring funds from one country to another can take days to complete, while regional banks even retain the right to deny transactions if one fails to meet certain parameters. With decentralized systems, however, blockchain fintech companies can turn global transactions into swift, routine protocols with only a single requirement: access to the internet. Another positive impact is high-end regulation and auditing. Building applications on top of blockchain would enable fintech developers to create top-of-the-line auditing protocols. A blockchain functions as a storage of linear blocks that adds a new entry for every new action. But it never tampers with old blocks, no matter how big the system gets. This can provide all the data needed to conduct a quick, secure audit of transactions, which is precisely why transparency is something experts hail as the main upside of blockchain networks. And we cannot forget security. Security improvements across the board. Fintech blockchain systems decentralize the data stored within them and keep it in separate storage spaces. They also deploy robust security algorithms backed by high-level identity verification protocols and cryptography, adding layer upon layer of security measures. Furthermore, the use of blockchain in fintech helps curb data breakings and other fraudulent operations from taking place. This enables fintech businesses to create systems that share safe and unaltered information through a completely decentralized network. Let me close this session by making a sweeping or motherhood kind of statement. Blockchain fintech solutions are about to become the backbone of financial revolution. It would be good for you to mull over this statement, applying all the blockchain learnings.